Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to part 2 of my Tiktaq'to playthrough of Total War Warhammer 2. As we are, oh god, it's Tlaqua, isn't it? Yes, we are Tlaqua, a master, and he is the master of the skies, where we have been battering Suddenburg. We are going to push around. We're going to replenish a bit, then we're going to push around. Ooh, can I not? I thought I need to win 2 battles for that. Income is what we need now, and I'm going to push that one up for a little bit of extra growth as well. Long run, we will move the aerial unit to the smaller settlement. At the same time, long run, we are going to be getting some much bigger settlements around us, so yeah. Once we have access to those bigger settlements, we will obviously build up more potentially in them. I think we're going to take out Arkan, well, we're going to go for Black Tower next. Just squidge this faction, take this entire region. So once we've taken Eastern Suddenburg here, the land of dervishes there, we will push up north. We'll come back, we'll ally, well, non-aggression pact, we'll see, with people around us. Keep them on side, basically, and we'll come back and we will campaign up this way to clear all that, especially as there's a strategic location there for us. I don't know if it's for me, but it's only to the Tomb Kings, not to me, so, but, as time goes on, we'll work this out. I could do a sea invasion. Huh. We would probably replenish quicker there, but we need to win another battle. We're going to have a few end turns here before we're ready to push and finish these guys off. We will probably do a naval assault against the plain of Tuscars there, and yeah, then we will work out where to go after that. But no, it's definitely, once we've cleared these guys out, it's definitely finishing off this region, capturing the Great Desert for ourselves, and yeah, we will slowly but surely expand across the desert. We will end up finding Krotgar that way, hopefully, assuming he survives. And the other Lizardmen faction over there, and hopefully confederate them, but well, that's the long-term thing. So for the moment, it's just about expanding. Which we should be able to do reasonably. We're in a reasonable position here. Famous last words there, to be fair. Ooh. Nothing for now.
Fox. I'll ignore that. No.
If you don't have a big garrison there, that would not be a fight in anywhere. Let's push our income up a bit more.
dance.
Ooh, extra weapon strength for skink units. See, I could pull back, I'd probably get better replenishment, but it's quite a trek back actually. That is the thing about these deserts. These desert reaches, they are quite large. That's why we'll probably do a naval invasion, even though we're in a very landlocked area. I know we're not, we've got a bit of sea here, but you can't actually sail down through it. But no, we'll sail over and land, and then take on that force in the over there. So this may actually be harder than here, because here I could get my troops onto the walls where everything was kind of massed and just became a bit of a grind. Whereas here, actually, it's not going to be quite as much as a grind, which will make it a little bit trickier. Though I should theoretically be able to take it. It's a smaller force I'm up against, so, you know. Oh, damn. Are we going to be able to do this in one turn still? Yes. I just want these guys dealt with. I know I could have built up, I could have done some things. We'll get a couple of Blessed Croxies in here as well, which would be a really nice addition to the front line here. They're armoured, they're just nice tough units. This is a nice open desert field for us from the looks of it, so should be a nice solid easy battle for us to clear them away. Have a town there in the background with the Bretonian, well, somebody there. That's really cool. Looks like some sort of Bretonian knight effigy. Okay. And you two can just form up behind here. It's got a nice wide formation. I know I'm not necessarily going to get to overly flank, but the idea is to try and pull them into here anyway, at least to some extent. Hit them while they're loose, while they're vulnerable. We're going to charge and break straight out. Those spears may well turn straight away. And break. You guys need to be on skirmish mode. Straight into the rear of them. And getting these guys coming over as well. It's going to be a nice solid charge there. Not ideal, not what I wanted to happen, but we can take that. Let's fly over there and do a bombing run. Right, you can go straight at the Lord, please. You can do a bombing run along there. Where? Oh, my cav. Where? Oh, where are these guys? Ooh, I really should put them in. You can hammer into there. You can push around. You guys can get back onto them. Turn that way. Let's get some shots on these guys. Get my cav into there, my cold ones up into their range while these guys are doing that. My lord can actually come up and start chasing the ranged too. Going nicely, we're keeping their range moving. We're not doing well down here. I'm going to break some units off. Oh, why are you guys not involved there? You know what? I definitely need some support over here. I haven't been paying anywhere near enough attention. We're doing nicely here. It's a bit of a grind, but we're winning. I'm going to leave them up there actually, because we're not doing badly here. Now. These guys are going to have so much fun There you go, now we're starting to break them all. Oh, my lord can stay there. They've all broken. Let's keep on them though. It has been a bit of a bloody battle, and it's by no means over yet. You guys can all charge into them. This is over. That's the mass rout. It was touch and go places. We took a lot of, as I said, because it was an open battle, it was actually harder for the city. I could funnel it all into one place and you know, force the fights where I wanted them a bit better. Whereas there, because they were spread out, I had to play a little bit more. They let me get my left flank off, but my right flank they countered very nicely, so I kind of had to engage them one at a time. That said, in one-on-one combat, my red-crested skinks will generally always win against these low-tier infantry, because you can see, you know, these guys were 60s, whereas these guys all had, you know, lots more kills. So, no, actually my skinks didn't do badly as well, but these are really trash units. The second I can replace these with things, better units, and get these around, these battles are gonna start looking very, very different. I am enjoying the red-crested skinks. They're still a little OP. I don't want to say that too loudly, just in case they get nerfed, but... Okay. Yeah, that's mostly from the conquest. Yeah, we're going to keep buffing up my lord to start with, because... Just looking at what the other options are there later on. Because having a powerful lord is always good. And we get the two blessed Croxies now, which will really buff up that army a bit more as well. I'm going to pop that because the experience at the moment is very, very useful as well. And public order and growth. So that is the end of Suddenburg, which is a nice for us to have done. We're going to pull back here to get the replenishment at full speed, which is probably going to involve going to sea, pulling back over here, rebuild, and then prepare to hit the Tower of Aachen, the Black Tower of Aachen, and then we'll work our way up, and then we will take out the, I think it was Klanskaya. No, it wasn't Klanskaya, Clan Eschen up there. We will get them removed to get that gold mine to give us a bit more production. At which point, potentially, you know, keep allies with all the Humies up, the squishy Humies up there. And the dwarves, they're kind of like squishy Humies too, but a bit shorter, you know. I'm sure that's the sort of thing which would get me put in. If I said to them, I'd get put in a book. Now, considering, you know, we're lizards, we look very different. That is just awesome. It effectively gives you double range. How come it took so much more effort to get in here? Let's level there up.
And what can the Dawi do for you?
Who else do we know now?
My dynasty reigns. Don't be aghast, for I still have a more. Very well.
Let's get a non-aggression pact with them.
Scared creatures do not stand.
And I'm happy to share military access with them. Is that another Tomb Kings? Yeah. But we are going to show them that these deserts are actually ours. Green Marcher first. I'd be silly not to warrior quests. Oh, that's nice. They are some nice abilities. They do look quite decent. We've got a good start in this campaign. I like the position of this campaign. It's going to give. This is going to give a nice different feel of a campaign because you're fighting very different people to start with as the lizard men. You know, we've obviously already had some Hume fights, which we wouldn't usually get early on. I guess you might do as Mazda Mundi, but not hugely. You know, you'd have that. But then again, I guess that was only a small human faction. But already, this is a very different feel to the lizard men. It's a much faster, it's a much more flanky force I've got than my usual heavy Saurus warrior force, where they're just Saurus warriors clumping along, ripping through everything. I'm having to pay a lot more attention in combat. I'm having to be a bit more subtle. So I feel this has added a nice dynamic to the lizard men, actually. Certainly early game, because early game I always feel you've got a little bit of a... I have always felt early game lizard men are a little one-trick pony. To be fair, I found lizard men are generally a little... While they're fun, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy them. I find them fairly one-trick ponies. You build a line of Saurus warriors, you know, very similar to the Dawi. You know, they play. I've always played them in a different way, whereas these guys certainly giving me a very different feeling early on. And these guys, I think, will still be quite useful later on. And certainly we've got the salamanders and things as well, which, you know. Yeah, it's a monster. It's a different monster. What's its speed? It's reasonable speed. It does fire damage. You know, and we've got the salamander hunting packs as well. So we've got a few different things in there to make this different. And the Ripperdactyls. I mean, they just look 130 weapon strength, anti-infantry buff, armor piercing. I mean, that's just mean. What else can we get? Anything else new? Oh, Bastillodon, Ark of Sotek. Oh yeah, Engine of the Gods. So Solar Engine, Ancient Stegodon. What's the Ark of Sotek? Vortex spell. I think that is all the new units there. But you know, there's a few new things for us to play, which will just add a few new nice dynamics in. And certainly I know a lot of people are very interested about these guys in PvP, because they add a very different dynamic to the Lizard Men. I think people are saying they'll make them a bit more competitive in PvP. Because they give you a nice mid-range option, which Lizard Men kind of missed. And certainly now, I'm not feeling the need to get that big, heavy, Saurus-focused army out, which is what I would generally do in any other campaign. Don't get me wrong, I still love the Saurus warriors. I'm still gonna have Saurus warriors long run, but I think we've got something else to add there. Certainly early game, they will definitely be maintained as a big part of my force. Of course, end game, we've got even more monsters to use. The only thing I don't really like is I'm quite stretched at the moment, which is not necessarily the best positioning for me. They want me to recruit some missile infantry. I am not going to do that. That doesn't have a great defense.
Look upon my eternal form. Attend your reptiles.
No, they won't trade with me yet, but we will deal with them soon enough. Just going to take a couple of turns to get ourselves back in order, then we'll push the Black Tower, and we'll rip through that small force there. And then we'll push up to the top end, so the Pools of Despair, and then we'll take Bel Aled. And end that little Skaven threat, and then we'll have to work out where we're going to expand from there. Like I said, I'm actually more than happy to let the humans have the coasts. What coasts are good? Ports do make money. I'm happy to leave them in human hands now. Oh, they're not daft. I could be going for the Skaven, you know, I don't know. In fact, if they're going to maintain a big army there, I'm probably going to push up towards the Skaven for now, because actually Bel Aled, I don't want somebody else taking that, because that's a gold mine. That's gold, which is very good and will give us a nice income boost early game. So, or I could just charge. You know what? Just slide up their border a little bit, and we're starting because we're just building up on our way up to fight the Skaven guys. We're not planning on invading much. I can still go for Skaven. I'm keeping my options open at the moment, guys. I would like to take the Black Tower, but I'm not gonna go nuts if. Could I take? I reckon I could take that force, you know. My Croxies will rip holes through their infantry. My Skinks will, you know, soak up a bit of damage, and my red-crested Skinks will have all sorts of fun. Popping out second army. I'm just going to go hit it, because if I don't, I'll regret it. Because that is the one thing I will give about Lizard Men, and will make them a bit of the pain. Sorry, not Lizard Men, the Tomb Kings will make them a bit of a pain to deal with. Is the fact they will just keep coming back. You know, and if I let them build up, they will have lots of armies. Even if they're full of trash, they can have lots of armies constantly.
Kara rises from the sands. Keradan, Shide!
Here goes nothing. This is definitely risky, but see, these are all fairly basic. I am gonna go. No, I'm gonna go straight in here. We will have to throw ourselves over walls. My Croxies can batter down the gate. My red-crested skinks will hit those walls and just go up over the walls into their infantry. My normal skink warriors will form the front line, obviously, to take the fire. And yeah, I'm not overly worried here. I think we will win this. I think we'll take losses, but I think we should win this. But I think we should win this. We should win this. You guys can hit that side, you guys can hit that side. You guys can just move up here and form a nice bastion to start with. Ooh, let's pull them back. That was a bit derpy of me. That Tiktaq'to can get straight in amongst them. Oh god, they both need to fly over here. And all that stuff is milling. I mean... especially fire damage in there. Oh, lots of damage already to that lot. We're starting getting those guys up on the walls. Here we go. Start throwing lots of fire down as well. You guys can fold in. Not in any rush to charge down. I'll let them take some of their time on the wall to replenish a little bit at least. There we are, shredding these units currently. The gates are down. I'm not charging these guys in, but the Croxies can get their butts straight in there. I mean, that's anti-infantry monsters charging into their light infantry. They do have some anti-large here, but it's a very low level anti-large, so I'm not really that fussed. I mean, what do they get? Actually, they do get extra 13, so that's not that bad. You know what, a couple of units can go down after them. You two can charge them. Oh god, they've spawned the bloody things here. You shabty. right in my rear, which is a really good place for them to have done that. That unit you shoved you won't last long, but they'll last long enough to do a lot of damage. Like, you guys need to pull out, you're taking far too much damage there. You can go hit their lord, please. Ooh, straight into the side of them. I know they've still got units up here, but we're dealing with them. The Croxies are carving a bloody path here. These guys are having lots of fun. These are archers, so they're going to shred them. I love the look of these guys fighting. Oh God, get out! Right, break. Get off the field. I don't want to lose them. I'm not going to overly risk them. Oh wow, they've broken my lord. Note to self, next time I say I'm not worried about something, tell me to shut up. Oh God, my lord is breaking off the field. That is not good, guys. He is going to pull back. He's going to attempt to pull back. We still have this, but it's not going to be quite as easy as I thought. We pull these guys off the walls. What I'm actually lack is anti-large. Yeah, you guys can push down into here to just try. In fact, you guys can try and get around the flank so we can get into the back. Which is what I'm actually wanting to do with these guys. There you go. These guys are all beginning to break. These two can get right around the back. That'll help us. I need you to charge back in, annoyingly. Come on. So we're getting a bit of a flank off there, at least. They are losing, they are beginning to crumble. This is not going as well as I'd hoped. I've got a lot more range, they've still got a nice little force up here actually. You guys can move up onto the walls, please. Come on, break. No, I'm going to pull them out. I don't want to lose them. Get everything here on that lord. They're out of ammo, so I was well get them down. I want to get some of these guys through. See, a lot of these guys are breaking, but God. Taking this last chunk is going to be a pain. They're nearly out of ammo, however, so I'll have time to take some breath beforehand. We're going to need to rebuild my army a bit after this. Right, they are finally disintegrating. They're out of ammo now. Note to self, this was not as easy as I expected. Take out that tomb prince quickly. This last little push might actually be beyond me, guys. Let's kick that Tomb King's butt. That will help reduce these guys' morale at least slightly, but those Ushabti are going to be horrible. This pushing up into here is going to be nasty. We're going to take some time just to get our breath back first. Everything can hit them other than my lord. Don't want to lose Tiktaq'to this early. I do want to take that Tomb King out though, because that will give a big blow to their morale, and they are going to potentially push to try and defend him. My lord is running away. I don't have to worry about defending him now, because he's literally running away. He's dead. Get him as well. There are a lot of dead lizards here. There's a lot of dead skeletons too, to be fair. But this last push might well be beyond us. No, we're about to break. Because my lord has now left the map. God damn. I got cocky, guys. Bugger. I mean, we killed an awful lot of Tomb Kings. They had a lot of troops there. That was the problem. But yeah, I got cocky there. We did fight. We fought well, but they just had too much. They just had too many troops overall. I should have gone for the Skaven first. Got that gold mine. Got the extra income. I said, you don't win a war in a single battle. It was a good battle. They will replenish reasonably fast, but so will I. So I'll have lost a few units, but a lot of those units are still going to be good, and they are now more veteran. So we can fall back, we can replenish, we can get ourselves back in marching order, and then we can hit them again, and again, and again. Maybe we don't hit there. You know, we work it out. Maybe we take an honourable peace treaty for the time being. Oh no, we lost one of our Croxies.
Our undying legions are
They may come to me. But that is something... Oh, we've got this done. Let's get the spawning tablet then. And what's going to happen next is something for next time, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Humble Bundle, where you can pick the DLC off, which gives you access to Red Crested Skigs, not the Lord. The Lord is a free LC Lord. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. And if you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe.